Baseball's pennant races are in full swing, but all everybody wants to talk about is the NFL. Why is football now more popular than baseball? Hey everybody, it's Paulie. Welcome back to This Week in Red, where we're talking all things Major League Baseball. So there's a lot of reasons why the NFL is perceived to be more popular than Major League Baseball, and that it is now taken over as the national pastime sport in America. A recent Wall Street Journal article that I took a look at brought this to the forefront. And there's a lot of reasons for it. Number one is the fact that the NFL is a revenue-sharing sport. The competitive balance is much better in that sport. There's a salary cap where you have limits what you can spend. And I think the disparity in the NFL is much more even. Those owners, even though they just went through a labor impasse with the players, they understand that the good of the league is the thing. And they've understood that now for many, many years. They've shared all their television revenues, and that's a big part of the salary that they pay out. That's a big reason why you see the NFL being so popular, because no matter what team you like in a given year, you know that when that team goes to training camp, there's a possibility they can go all the way to the Super Bowl. Repeat champions are very rare in the NFL, and that's because there's such parity in the league. Another reason why is accessibility. Now, yes, baseball plays more total games, 162, and they play every day. But you know what? A lot of those games are night games. They're not accessible to a lot of people. People don't want to stay up till all hours of the night watching regular season baseball games. And I can't say as I blame them. Even the most diehard fans, such as myself, are not going to stay up and watch West Coast games of their favorite team when they've got to stay up till midnight and beyond just for a regular season game. Whereas in the NFL, the games are definitely much more accessible. You've got one day, Sunday, where you've got 90% of the games being played. So if you can devote yourself to that one day, you could pretty much see everything that's going on around the league. And that makes for a lot of interest because you go to a sports bar, or even if you're at home by yourself, or if you invite your friends over with DirecTV Sunday Ticket, you know what? You can share that experience on a one-day basis and get it all out of the way, and then you recharge your battery and you get back with it next Sunday and do it all over again. And it also, football is a much better TV sport than baseball. It's conducive to the way it's presented. Replays are a big part of it. It's conducive to television. And I think that's why the NFL fans love their sport so much and kind of turn away from baseball because they find it boring. The last thing is the length of the season. 162 games for baseball is a little much. But 16 weeks in the NFL is not a lot of time to devote. Yes, you have to look at the playoffs, of course, after the 16 weeks are up. But again, you're just focusing on one day. It's a much more concentrated thing. And I think it gives you, to be a rabid fan once a week is a much easier thing to do than to constantly do it day after day in baseball. And, again, the night games are a big problem with baseball, but when else are you going to play them? I know football has night games as well, but those are, staged events. Sunday night football, Monday night football, all of America kind of gets together and, they're a community as one around the world, and they watch these games, and it's just a big sense of community. And the fans in the NFL, as you know, are rabid. They're rabid in baseball, but they kind of got to spread everything out over, 162 games, where NFL fans can kind of just concentrate everything into 16 games and, go for the gusto. So that's what I think. That's why I think football is a lot more popular than baseball. But what do you guys think? Which sport do you like better? Which season do you think is the better one? And if you're an NFL fan, do you think that parity is the reason why? Because your team always has a chance. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends about This Week in Red.